What is up guys, welcome back to No Man's Sky, and today we have some big news to go over. A brand new Quicksilver merchant was added to the experimental branch not long ago, and it can be accessed on the space anomaly. You can find the room behind the middle door, which up until this point was inaccessible for all of the players. The merchant itself, which is actually named the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion, is located right inside of it, and it sells a number of exotic items that mostly deal with customization. So far we have a new mind blow emote, a new visor skin for the anomaly race, as well as several other decals and statues you can add on your base. Of course, these are just the ones currently available, and eventually Hello Games have mentioned to add even more on top. If you're out of the loop though, Quicksilver is basically the new currency type added with the next update, and it's rewarded by doing community events. These events were planned to be weekly content drops, free for all players and with no microtransactions involved whatsoever, at the end of which we'd get certain rewards, including the Quicksilver I was talking about. I went over these in the past. These content drops were planned as weekly releases soon after the update went live last month. It's just that the game needed a lot of bug fixes with it, and we saw that with a huge number of patches that we've gotten. So yeah, up until this point it was delayed, but I'm expecting for things to pick off soon after this. Nonetheless, I've unlocked all of those items for the purpose of this video, so you can see them in more detail. Starting off with the helmet itself, you can access this if you play as the anomaly race, and on the PC version it's located on the slot number 12. This should also be available on the PS4 version when the update goes live. As for the people on the Xbox One who pre-ordered the game, it should probably be number 13, because you already have the visor helmet or the Xbox logo, whatever you want to call it, which is on top of what we already have. Going over it, it gives you 3 options for markings like the usual, and it looks freaking sweet as you can see on the screen right now. It has a huge frontal screen or visor, whatever you want to call it, a glowing blue line going to the back of the head, and a couple of tubes right on top. So it looks pretty awesome. It looks as if it's something underwater related, though it won't have any gameplay impact on that. The visor skin definitely looks good enough, and it's just one customization option. Of course, I'm expecting for more such options to be added in the game. I believe it was said somewhere around the time Next launched that a lot more customization options would follow with these weekly events. As a matter of fact, if you check the vendor itself, you will see a lot of other parts scattered around it as well. So you will see like a few legs over there, a few arms and all of that, and I'm expecting a lot more options to be given for the rest of the body parts, but yeah, we'll wait and see for that. So far, at least in the game files, nothing was found. The mind blow emote can also be unlockable. This was already in the game files for quite some time, though only accessible if you modded your gameplay. There are several other emotes in the game as well, like we have the dab, playing dead, and another couple too which are currently unfinished, but for now only this one is available, and you can access it in your emotes menu right at the end of it. Of course, you need to buy it with the Quicksilver. It seems that as we unlock stuff, depending on the menu they are in, they'll always fall towards the end in the order they are unlocked. So at the very least, this is for the purpose of making things easier and more accessible. And now you can pretty much run the Sean Murray meme as much as you want with the mind blow emote, and it's probably going to be my favorite one in the game right now. As I was saying, there are also several decals and statues in there, and some of them we already knew that they are in the game for some time, like for example the Galactic Hub decal. This was found by somebody not long ago. I believe it was like somewhere around last week, but I might be wrong. The others are also cool, especially the hand approval decal, but there are several statues out there that look pretty awesome, and they come up in 2 variants as well as different sizes. So we have the blob and the astronaut statues, which both come in 3 variants each for bronze, silver and gold, with bronze being of course the smallest of them all and gold being the biggest. These can be built using pure ferrite and the required metal that you can see in their name. They look pretty cool, and the gold ones especially are pretty big, almost the size of your character, and I really like that they are bringing more options, not just for the characters themselves. So yeah, these are all the purchasable items you can find at the vendor currently currently in the experimental branch. I am doubting that there's going to be more added up until the update goes live though, but Hello Games, as I've said, did mention that they will add even more as new content is being brought in the game, and that will happen on a weekly basis, given or take, because you know, always stuff gets in the way and there's always bugs to be fixed and all of that, and you saw how that planned out in the past month or so. Nonetheless, expect much more to come, and I'm really curious to see what these events are. Do they imply multiplayer? Are they solo? Are they a combination of this? We also have like the new Atlas website, which up until now kind of went unused, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but you can find certain locations with it. There's like the whole map of the Euclid Galaxy where you can see all of the major discoveries like the new hub, all of the other submitted player bases and other curiosities. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how all of this plans out. And since I was speaking about patches, since we're currently on the 1.58 patch, at least on the experimental branch, I'm expecting for the content drop, and actually bet on this, that the new content drop would come on 1.6. So patch 1.6 is where I'm expecting for weekly events to drop. There's like one patch up until then, except for, you know, the experimental one we're currently on, and that should not be more than like a couple of weeks. So look forward for that, and who knows, maybe there's gonna be something cool in it. But this is all the time that we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then a like and a subscribe would be super appreciated. Also, don't forget about the notification button to get these videos early, and I will see you guys in the next one.